Hi guys, this is Teddy and welcome back to episode 15 of my survival let's play. Now today we are currently in the villager hut. Now you'll notice I've got a few more. Now the reason for this is while I was building the village over here, the centre part of my village actually moved and these guys started breeding even though I was nowhere near them. Which is interesting, but because I was in the loaded chunks and I put some beds down to sleep in myself, the centre of the village now moved, and even the bed in my house got these guys breeding. So on the plus side, we've got 3 more villagers which I've made into farmers, which is very useful. I'll quickly get some trading done with these guys. Got some potatoes and some carrots. I bet you're the wheat guy, aren't you? Yep, you're the wheat guy. Don't want you. Don't have any wheat right now. So we've got some potatoes, so we'll get some potato trades going on. And we got a carrot dude. Where are you, carrot dude? You're carrot dude. But it does mean we've got more villagers for trading stuff like pumpkins with, melon slices, and all that good stuff. So it's actually really quite handy to have more villagers. Also means you get more emeralds as well, which is even better. So what are we going to do today, guys? What are we going to do? Now, we are going to do some more work on the new village build. I've got a few plans in place. I was hoping to start populating the village as I was building it, but these guys have proved to me that's not possible. So what we're going to do, guys, is I am going to go off and I'm going to get started on the next build. And I will see you guys in a little while. Alrighty guys, here we are over back at the villager area, and as you can see the cartographer house is looking very, very nice indeed. I've also now completed the next build, which I'm going to house armourers, toolsmiths and weaponsmiths in here. Again, it's not a massive one, this one should be big enough, but if it's not, I've left a little bit of space. I can put a little basement in here if I need to, so yeah, we've got some space to work with here. We'll be decorating this in due course, but again this build it's on the same style as the other one and it looks really, really cool. I've also excuse me, made a start on the next building. This one is absolutely massive, but it's looking awesome already. This one, guys, is going to be the farmer's house. Now the plan for this one, if I just wander inside here, is for now I'm just going to put wood on the floor. Excuse me again. I need to dig in a basement for this one. But in the middle of each floor, we're going to have a 9x9 farm. And on each floor, we're going to have 2 above ground and 1 below. On each floor, we are going to have a different crop. And that crop is going to specify which villager goes on which floor. So that is the plan for this, and I'm going to have probably potatoes and carrots on the top floors and wheat down below. Now the reason for this, guys, obviously is it means we've got plenty of villagers for trading with, and the idea is I'm going to have this gap in the middle here is right on the chunk border. So I'm going to try and keep the villagers off of this gap in the middle here, and probably have chests or something sat in the middle. And then we're going to have villagers this side, villagers that side, and if I've got space, a few down the sides as well. And the front bit here we're going to maintain as the staircase one side and the staircase the other. So I'm going to crack on with that. I've got a stream coming up right now. And I've got a lot of work to do on this. So it's going to take me a while to get done. As you can see, I've now picked up my bed. It's no longer down on the floor. And our cartographer friend that we did get over here, I've had to dispose of for now. Unfortunately, he wasn't locking to his cartography table. He didn't want to pick up a trade because the centre of the village for some reason had moved. And our villager hut over here was actually stretching the village all the way over to here, because it's within 100 blocks. So what we're going to have to do is eventually you're going to have to go to this village down here and remove all the beds. Which I might even be able to get some of these villagers over here, so that would be quite useful. But for now, I've got a lot to do, and we're going to crack on, and I will show you guys a bit more of this build once we've finished. Alrighty guys, so the stream is done. We have finished streaming for the day. I am now back in the armor slash whatever else I was going to put in here. Broham house, and as you can see I put a few little stools in place. Basically the way these are going to work is like the others. We're going to have the beds at the back, the workstation at the front, the villagers are going to stand on the beds, and happy days they're going to be locked in. Now I've also been very busy working on other projects. I've got this one done. This one is really quite a cool looking build, and I've got the added bonus of having a little animal pen around the back here. Got a couple of cows, a couple of sheep, a couple of llamas and a horse currently. Now these guys don't have any names. The llamas don't have any names, and the horse doesn't have a name. But I've got Belle and I've got Clara on my cows, and we got Mrs. Woolsworth and Mr. Woolsworth on my sheep. Now, these names were brought up with on stream, and I would love it if you guys have any ideas for names for my horse and my two llama friends here. If you've got names for them guys, drop them in the comments and let me know what you think. Now, I'm going to move on to the farmer's build. Basically, these two are both exactly the same inside. Haven't done anything yet with these, but we're going to get onto that later on. Now, in here, I have been extremely busy. Now, last time you saw this, it was a half-complete shell. Now, it is actually finished. All I need to do is start moving villagers in. Now, I've got 3 floors that are basically the same as this. And the reason I don't have villagers on the back line here is because this block and this block are a chunk border. And we do not want them there because they will despawn. If they're right on the edge of a chunk border, they will despawn. So also what I've done, I've actually dug in a basement. So we've got our wheat down here, as you can see by the hay bales. And if we need to trade, obviously, hay bales work perfectly for breaking down to wheat and trading. And as you can see, I've been collecting up a little bit already. The middle layer is going to be our carrot floor, and the top floor will be our potatoes. So I've got a few of everything already in place. I'm actually going to throw my hoe in there as well, just in case, because I got this habit of coming up the water stream and going all the way down to the bottom and yada yada yada. Now guys, I want your opinion on something. I've got this little space up here. Obviously I can't put villages here because of the chunk border, but I could in fact put a secondary watermelon and pumpkin farm in here, just a little one, so I can get some more watermelons and pumpkins growing. Obviously I've got the AFK ones over there. I've got the other little manual one up by my house over there. But I want your guys' opinion. Is it worth putting another one in there as well? Another little manual one, or even possibly a little automatic thing? You know, I could raise it up. I could have the chests come out here. It's a very possible thing we could do. So guys, give me your opinion on that. And I would love to hear what you guys ought to think. Now, obviously we've got quite a few different villager styles already in this thing. I did wonder how I was going to do this one. This one I think does look really quite cool though. I've still got a bit of detailing to do around the back here and on the back of this one. But as you can see, I've gone for the hedges and a little bit of grass growing here and there, just to kind of make it look a bit pretty. And I think we're going to double those ones there as well, just to finish the design. No, preferred it small. That's why I left it small. Oh, broke my fern. That was clever. We'll put that back later. But yeah, for now, this is looking really, really quite good. And I need to get on with the next build. Obviously, these villager zombies are no longer here, so we can now crack on with our librarian build. And that will be the next project. Again, that's going to be put on stream. So if you guys want to come and join the fun and hit me up on Teddy Legend 666 over at twitch.tv, then please do. All your support is happily welcome. Yeah, so I'll head over there. I'll get this stream out of the way, and I'll come back to you once we've got librarian build in place, and possibly one more. Because over here we're going to be putting our not our cartographers. That's in that one. We're going to put our clerics in here. We're going to have a little cleric tower with an enchanting station and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'll come back to you guys after the stream and we'll see how far we get. Alrighty guys, so after a very successful stream, you notice I set up base inside this little build here. and I got quite a bit done. It looks a little bit different out here since the last time you guys saw it, at least. We have paths. We also have a librarian hut, and we have our cartography hut. Now, I'll take you inside and I'll show you what I've been up to, because I've got a lot done. Just shut the door. I had a creeper come blow myself up earlier on. So, this is the start of the librarian hut. It's not finished, obviously. I've got the locations for the librarians to go. I think I've got 14 slots. And again, where we've got a chunk border here, I've actually left this, as you can see by my markings outside, I've left this clear deliberately. So we've got no risk of anyone despawning, which is very, very important. I've also been working on our cleric's house, which is this funky little tower here, which I really like the look of this thing. This thing looks awesome. And again, I've only got 5 set up for in here, but that in the long run should be enough. Now, I haven't really done much decorating in here yet. I'm probably going to put some chests in here. But upstairs, we have got ourselves space to do an enchanting setup, which is going to be part of the future plans. And up here, I have space for storage. So all my book storage will be up here. Now, you're probably thinking, Teddy, why are you splitting up all of your storage? Why are you putting your books upstairs in the cartographer's, not the cartographer's house? This is not the cartographer's house at all. Words are difficult. This is the cleric's house. Why are you putting all your books upstairs in the cleric's house? Simple, because I don't want all the books together. I don't want all my storage together. Because there's a really nice bug at the moment where if you've got too many chests in one location, they actually turn invisible and they lose all your items. And we do not want that, guys. That is not what we're looking for. So if I head back downstairs, this will probably change to a ladder at some point, but for now we've got bamboo scaffolding going on. And yeah, this is looking, oh, the wrong way, Teddy. This is looking really quite nice in here. And as I said, not finished, not by a long way, but it's on its way. And as you can see, I've done a little bit of work out here. I've thrown in a little custom tree. I need to add some vines onto this thing, but this thing is a double tree. I brew a double tree first, and one was a regular tree and one was a derpy tree. I call derpy trees. This one's a big old derpy tree as well, as is this one over here. I didn't do any custom work to either of these trees at all. They just spawned like that. So I will make a few changes, maybe customise these trees a little bit further. I've got a couple of regular trees going, and yeah, I've got a little bit more to add to this as well. So we'll crack on and do a little bit of that while I'm on camera. Just going to shut the door behind me because I keep having creepers spawn up behind me, which is not what we want to see. Where are we? We want the random junk chest. We'll grab some vines out so we can do a bit of vine work as well. I can never remember which one's which. There we go. That's not got any hay bales in it though. Where did I put the hay bales? That's the question I'm going to answer now. Okay, I must have put the hay bales in the farmer's place. So let's quickly go grab ourselves a few hay bales, because I know I've got some somewhere. And we'll put in the final decoration pieces for this little area of the path. Now I should have some, I've got 5. I've also got a decent amount of wheat already stocked up. So we've got 14, that should actually be enough for what I need right now. So let's quickly go and put a few of these down. Just to add to the decoration, let's just draw those out as well, put these in, and just every so often, say like here, another one maybe there. Fence post should not connect to hay bales, that's silly, but you know, that's the game for you guys. The hay bale can go in there, no, not up there, Teddy. How about on that block there, instead of on top of it. Another one can go here, another one there, and you know, we just throw a little bit of stuff here and there just to make it look a little bit better. As you can see, I've got the fence post with the lanterns on top for lighting, and this does actually look really quite nice, and I love doing this sort of setup for my lighting. And that one there. And as you can see, I've got quite a decent amount of path in this place now. It is looking really quite nice. Let's put another one here. So I've got 3 left, so let's go put these 3 down in locations. There's a nice little spot for one. How about on the side of the path, Teddy? Not on the path. It looks better off the path. A nice little spot for one there. So that's basically that bit done. Now we're going to throw a few vines. I'm going to put some vines on my custom tree here. Just wait for these to grow and it'll look pretty cool. Now I will have to put a little bit of string on some of this lot to stop it growing all the way to the ground. Obviously I will leave some of it growing to the ground, because why not? With this non-custom tree, this derpy tree over here, we'll throw a few vines on that as well, because I kind of like how this one's looking, just as it is, because it kind of does look pretty cool. And I always think trees look a little bit better with a couple of vines growing off of them. So yeah, this is looking pretty good, guys. I'm really satisfied with how I've done this. I'm also going to come down here and throw a few vines just on locations down here, because we haven't done any of that down here yet. So as I've got you guys here and I've got the vines in my hand, why not just throw a few little vines about. Now obviously some of the trees I've done, the custom ones, have got the spruce wood with the oak leaves and lanterns. Obviously I need to throw a few lanterns in some of these trees. I need to change some of the wood possibly over to a little bit of the spruce to make it look a little bit better. But overall, guys, this is coming on really nicely, and I will just quickly drop the last few of these off. There we go. And I've got one more thing I want to show you guys. If you are part of my stream team, if you are part of Teddy's Legends, I have got a little something I've been working on over here for you guys, and I haven't put it in the video yet, but I really want to show it off. So we'll just come and land over here. This is the Wall of Legends, guys. All your names, if you're subbed, go on this wall right here. Now this is the 1 month to 3 month wall, which is the big one. That's the only one I've done so far as well. Then we're going to have a secondary wall, well, an extension. We're going to add a couple more panels out this way and then curve around this way. And we're going to have a red section and we're going to have a gold section. And the reason for that, guys, is because we've got the 1 month wall, which I might do one more panel of the 1 month wall to bring it out to around about here. And then we have a couple of panels of red come around this way, and then maybe one panel of gold at the end here. But that's a bit of a long way off, so I haven't gone further than this for now. I've also got myself a nice little fire pit in place, because people love cooking their food while they're sitting around the fire, and this feels really quite nice and cozy in here. The path around here is simply just sandstone, and I just think that gives it a little bit of contrast. Not too heavy, but you can still classify where the path actually lays. And we got ourselves a nice little bar, a couple of cactuses and a couple of drink pots on top of the bar, like so. I'm going to put a couple of item frames on here as well, with a couple of bottles of water probably, and I'll probably fill these with bottles of water as well, just to denote the fact that it is a bar. So there's another little feature we're going to throw in the future, guys. And over here we've got ourselves a little pond. I do want to light this thing up with some sea pickles. I'm currently waiting on a wandering trader to come up with such trade for me. But yeah, we are getting on really well with this build, and I'm so very happy with how things are looking, guys. It's coming together really nicely. So I am now got one more thing I've got to do for this video. Oh, hello bunny. Got a bunny in my face. That's always good to see. The next thing I've got to do for this video, guys, is I need to build that nether wart farm. I need to build that up a bit, because now we get clerics and all that good, all them good stuff in. We are going to expand my farm, and we're going to move it. So it's not going to be underground anymore. We're going to actually move it so it's above ground, and it's going to be in the farming tower. So I will do that now quickly for you guys, and I will come back to you guys once I've got everything situated. Okay guys, so I've got myself a little manual nether wart farm in. Now you can slightly automate this thing, but unfortunately you can't fully automate it because you have to replant. So I decided, you know what, we're not going to bother with redstone on this one. Words are difficult. We're not going to bother with redstone on this one, guys. We are going to just make a manual farm. And the way I've done the storage for this one is very simply, I've got a few chests over here, because I've got the extra little cubby hole knocking about. I thought, you know what, that'll do me. I'll put the chest in there. I may even do that with the vine farm. I might pull the chest out of there and put the chest over in that little cubby hole over there. And then I've got a cubby hole over here for the kelp farm when we eventually get to 1.16, and I can build it, because it doesn't work right now. But that being said, guys, I have now got this floor, get the right words out there, Teddy. I have got this floor full. So that means we need to start work on the next floor. And to do that, I really should make myself a water elevator. Now, I've only got the one beacon still in here. I have got a second beacon, which might go in my travel beacon. But currently we've only got the one beacon in here. And eventually I want to have 5. So we have all the power effects, which is why we've got the stone slabs down the bottom. So the way I've got the water elevators planned is I'm going to have 2 soul sand elevators and 2 magma blocks. So I can go up and then come back down. And all the floors are going to look basically the same as this one. Oh, hello. There's a hole there, Teddy. Just fell down the hole. So anyway, we'll go in here and we'll pop up and we can hop out whatever floor we want to hop out at. So I'm going to think, because I haven't worked over here for a little while, I think that's what I'm going to do next, guys. I am going to come over here, get the stuff we need together to do this. Going to put glass panes on top of these, just so I can actually get the water elevator in place. Probably put glass planes in the front as well, because I can make it so I can go between the glass planes and go up that way. So leave with me, guys. I will get that in on my next stream and I will come back to you. Okay, guys, as you can see, I have got the elevator in, and as you can definitely see, I'm actually on the first floor of this place. I'm not on the ground floor at the moment, I'm on the first floor. And the second floor is pretty much done as well. Now all I need to do is put some farms up here. So we're doing pretty well, guys. I've got a few blocks missing. I ran out of concrete right at the last second there. But that's absolutely dandy. We are pretty much in a good position to keep going. So I'm going to quickly hop down here. That's not up, that's down. Right, apparently I can go down the up down ones, which is always good. Going to quickly put away my lighting blocks, my end rods. Put them back in my ender chest, and I will show you what else we got up to while I was on stream, because we did quite a bit. So I will go down. I think it's probably slightly easier to go down. And I'll switch that out for some rockets, and we will take a little flight over here, because we also got ourselves another building. And this lot, guys, is looking really quite spectacular now. The way it's still looking, it's all coming together. It's looking really nice. This building, what are we doing with this building? This building, guys, is going to be my Fletcher's hut. It's not very big. It doesn't need to be very big, but it's going to be the Fletcher's hut. And as you see, I haven't really done anything with the inside of this thing yet, but I kind of run out of time for today. So I am going to leave it here, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As you can see, we've got one massive amount done. And I really enjoyed this work, and I can't wait to get this lot finished. Now, obviously, this build, like a lot of other things in this world at the moment, are nowhere near done. But it's all coming together. It's all looking amazing. And next episode we'll do a bit more work over here. I'm also thinking of possibly starting on over this side, getting a couple of farms in place, that sort of stuff. I don't know yet. We'll get onto that when I get onto that. But for now, I'm going to go in here, and I am going to say goodbye to all of you guys. As I said, hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have enjoyed the episode, please hit that like button. And if you really loved it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. It would be massively appreciated if you do hit the subscribe button. Again, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.